In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He spoke and light appeared. He separated the waters, formed the land, and filled it with plants, animals, sun, moon, and stars. Then God created man and woman in his own image and breathed life into them. And God saw that it was very good. God formed Adam from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. Then he created Eve from Adam's side. He placed them in the beautiful Garden of Eden, where they walked with God and had perfect fellowship. Everything was very good, until the serpent came. Cain and Abel brought offerings to God. God accepted Abel's offering but rejected Cain's. Cain became jealous and angry. When they were in the field, Cain rose up and killed his brother Abel. God asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain replied, "Am I my brother's keeper?" This was the first murder in human history. The earth had become very wicked, so God decided to send a great flood to judge the world. But Noah found favor in God's eyes. God told him to build an ark and bring his family and 2 of every kind of animal inside. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights until the entire earth was covered. After the flood, God placed a rainbow in the sky as a promise that he would never again destroy the earth with a flood. After the flood, people settled in the plain of Shinar and said, "Let us build a city and a tower that reaches to the heavens, so we can make a name for ourselves." God saw their pride and confused their language, so they could no longer understand one another. The tower was left unfinished, and the people scattered across the earth. God spoke to Abram and said, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation and bless you." Abram obeyed. He left everything familiar and stepped out in faith. This was the beginning of God's covenant with Abraham and the start of the story of Israel. God tested Abraham and said, "Take your only son Isaac, whom you love, and sacrifice him on the mountain I will show you." Abraham obeyed. As he raised the knife, the angel of the Lord stopped him and provided a ram instead. God said, "Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld your son from me." Jacob was on the run and stopped to rest for the night. While he slept, he had a dream of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven with angels going up and down on it. God spoke to him and said, "I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go." When Jacob woke up, he said, "Surely the Lord is in this place and I did not know it." He named the place Bethel, meaning house of God. Joseph was loved by his father more than his brothers, and they hated him for it. One day, while he was checking on them in the fields, his brothers seized him, threw him into a pit, and then sold him to Ishmaelite traders for 20 pieces of silver. They took his colorful coat, dipped it in blood, and lied to their father that Joseph had been killed by a wild animal. Joseph was taken to Egypt as a slave. While Joseph was in prison, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker both had dreams they couldn't understand. Joseph interpreted their dreams correctly. The cupbearer was restored, and the baker was executed. 2 years later, when Pharaoh had troubling dreams that no one could explain, the cupbearer remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought from prison and interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, revealing that 7 years of plenty would be followed by 7 years of severe famine. After interpreting Pharaoh's dreams, Joseph was suddenly promoted from prisoner to the second most powerful man in Egypt. Pharaoh put him in charge of the entire land. During the 7 years of plenty, Joseph stored up massive amounts of grain. When the 7 years of severe famine came, people from all over the world came to Egypt to buy food from Joseph. What his brothers meant for evil, God used for good. Pharaoh had commanded that every Hebrew baby boy be thrown into the Nile, but one mother refused to give up her son. She hid him for 3 months, then placed him in a basket among the bulrushes by the river. Pharaoh's daughter found the baby, had compassion on him, and adopted him as her own. She named him Moses, saying, "I drew him out of the water." God protected the future deliverer of Israel. While tending his father-in-law's sheep in the wilderness, Moses saw a bush that was on fire but not burning up. When he came closer, God called to him from the bush and said, "Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." God then revealed himself and commissioned Moses to go back to Egypt and deliver the Israelites from slavery. Moses encountered the living God in a burning bush. God sent Moses to confront Pharaoh and demand that he let the Israelites go. When Pharaoh refused, God sent 10 devastating plagues upon Egypt, turning the Nile to blood, sending frogs, gnats, flies, killing livestock, causing painful boils, destructive hail, locusts, and 3 days of darkness. The final plague was the death of the firstborn. But God protected the Israelites, who put the blood of a lamb on their doorposts. Through these plagues, God showed his power and delivered his people from slavery. God told the Israelites to take a lamb, slaughter it, and put its blood on the doorposts of their houses. That night, the angel of death passed through Egypt. Wherever he saw the blood, he passed over that house, and the firstborn was spared. The Israelites ate the meal in haste, ready to leave. At midnight, there was loud wailing in Egypt, but the Israelites were protected. That very night, Pharaoh finally let God's people go.